Welcome back, fellow armchair generals. This is Gamer 1745 here with my continuing playthrough of Hearts of Iron 4 with BlackICE. Of course, we're playing with Germany. What I think I want to do is, we're not sure, of course, but we want to go and invade. I want to do Norway. Been clicking a lot off camera on. Well, they're sinking me. They're sinking my ships here because I've realized I have inherited when Belgium got defeated. The Belgian Congo. Now let's look at the resources. I'm sure that we're getting only part of it because lack of cores and things. The rubber is nice to get. Very nice to get, of course, but I would prefer not to be losing the cores. Looking at this, Vichy, France, have any tradable rubber? Well, we can't trade with them. It's not exporting any. Okay. So I'm losing that there, but there's a lot of British trade going through here. I don't know exactly where to, and I'm sort of loath to shut it down entirely because of I want to sink it. And if you take both of these, I think you close down the trade. So, but what I want to do is take this time. It would be a good time to declare war. Why we fight? What is? I want to see what this is. Why we fight? Okay, just nationality bonus. Okay, let's forestall that maybe by declaring war. Yes, conquer. Stop.
Befehle.
Now let's see if we have enough naval superiority. And also, I didn't want the Dutch Navy, while we are sending this out there, or the Danish Navy, sorry, messing with the transport colony, or man, I can only speak well, transport ships. So we're doing that. I know this means we won't have air support until we take an air base up there.
Zuhören! Achtung! Bereit!
Both of you guys.
Angetreten!
These guys now.
Angetreten! Ausrücken! Befehle! Ausrücken! Zuhören! Bereit zum Ausrücken! Achtung! Ausrücken! Bereit! Bereit zum Ausrücken! Ihre Befehle! Ausrücken! Befehle! Befehle! Zuhören! Befehle!
ship there? Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Now,
Zuhören!
we want to trash that because we don't want to.
Bereit! Achtung!
You attack that. You
Zuhören!
get on your ships and come up here. Francis capitulated. Okay, so yeah, my suspicions with that should have somehow had been either as part of the formation of Vichy. That should have happened, and I think that would have stopped a lot of this. Call it
Bereit!
nonsense. But these are British forces down here. Now it's another thing to have British forces still in your territory that are going to resist and not just give up. That's a different matter entirely. Okay, well, who are we looking? Okay, standing by. Okay, you come up here, and you go after fighters. You come up. You go after fighters and bombers. So if they start coming over, you start taking them. And more production. Increase in fighter production. How are we doing on trucks? Let's be just a little. Okay, artillery trucks. 2,000. Transport 3,000 left. Of course, we're burning them up right now. Yeah, let's do some more. And ships. Okay. Sort of like the ships that we have. So let's just increase sub-production. What's the new? Oh, yeah. So, killed artillery. Okay, and we can try to get in some more. Let's see. Nobody I want to trade with them. We are building more oil and rubber synthetic plants.
Bereit! Ausrücken! Bereit zum Ausrücken!
Now this will be a pretty big army. So let's
Zuhören! Achtung! Bereit! Befehle!
okay, what's this here? We now stand supreme in Europe. France has long found its status in Europe, but now the entire area that we grab, we control all the nations there into our orbit, with no one left to stop us. Time to tell the Yugoslavs that they have to make sure these are ways down with us, but they'll be some patience with that. Then I'm just going to do the German pressure. I'm a bit low. Okay.
Zuhören!
Select all.
Zuhören!
All there. Okay. let's get over there just in case.
Angetreten. Ihre Befehle.
Or break down.
Bereit zum Ausrücken. Ihre Befehle. Angetreten. Ausrücken. Angetreten. Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Okay, another ace pilot promoted. Oh, gotta pay attention up here. Okay, gamer, gotta be on your toes.
Zuhören.
Micromanage.
Ausrücken.
Probably just enough in the winter that it's good to do this a bit more summery.
Achtung.
Now. Awesome, we got the
Angetreten.
heavy hammer 4 divisions long.
Ausrücken.
Right now, let's try to go.
Ausrücken.
You can see here, these are, oh, well, the British air going after us. I'm sinking one of our submarines, that's not good. Or maybe it was Norwegian. These flags are too similar, I don't like them. Yeah, so these are the 4 and 3 I keep. Yeah, there's a Norwegian. There's a British. I don't know if I'm going to change it now. Ooh, Japan. Yeah, we took out a Norwegian. Change it over to the sort of Third Reich events flag. I know I've done that in other series, I just think it shows up so much better. To me, that sort of Iron Cross thing, that's like a motorcycle gang thing to me almost. Because Germans didn't do that then. They used the Iron Cross for the Iron Cross, but they used the sort of the Balkan.
Achtung! Ihre Befehle? Ausrücken! Zuhören!
Fighting the British in the air.
Bereit?
There.
Auf geht's! Ausrücken!
Where do we have? Okay. Let's come over here. Where do we have the... I've added a police support unit to these brigades.
Zuhören! Ausrücken!
Just there, but
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
heat up in time, so let's
Ausrücken!
get you guys
Ausrücken!
down to some other areas. All these.
Achtung! Ihre Befehle?
Right back for us.
Angetreten!
How is the air power? Okay, mostly green for us. That looks good. Still contesting over the channel there. Bunch of deployed projectiles there.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Check reports. New attack.
Zuhören!
And
Ausrücken! 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 Achtung!
we march up to there to deal with whatever's coming.
Befehle! Angetreten!
Attack.
Achtung!
Okay, looks like we got, well, all but here. Stand up. We're engaging them. They're engaging our transport there. Well, we got some air. Let's increase the air over there. Now, can I give territory away to somebody like Italy? I should give control of state. So we're not. Okay, so since they're not at war with me now, which is sort of what I feared, I couldn't give it to them. What about Hungary? They're not at war. What about Slovakia? They're not at war either. Not that I really wanted them to be at war with me, but yeah. Huh.
Bereit!
Okay, you get a bus over here. We have more naval production. Guessing from Norway, but I'm not sure. As you can see, we are taking out these British convoys. And if I no, that's a Norwegian one, but British. If I were to shut this down, go to the. This is here. Friendly ships, enemy ships. Oh, naval supremacy. No, I'm looking for it here. Permission types. Submarines can pass if contested. Friendly, everything. So we'll make it to be contested here, and they won't. And so once they won't, then we'll take out Denmark.
Zuhören!
Uh-oh. They won't join us. It'd be very smart of them to join us. And we could crush. Yugoslavia together. Oh, no, we're back to 300 something. I should have done. Looked to do it right when I started the war, but hadn't gotten to 100% world tension yet. And I think that happened formation of each year at some point there. I don't know which, but we want to go over to the war economy now. So that needs a lot of points.
Bereit! Angetreten!
We're just going to there. So you
Ihre Befehle?
over the mountains and cut off there. Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting now. They've joined the Comintern, so we can't go to war with them until we're ready to go to war with the Soviets. That's a bit unlooked for.
Achtung! Ausrücken!
I want to build a few more. So let's build a couple more. Infantry divisions. And let's see. Infantry division is the right one? Yeah. Yeah, here. Well, I've got a lot of cores here, don't I? I want to hit the long cord. That button. I want to use these infantry brigades as port defenders. I don't want to go to war with the Soviets until much later.
Achtung!
Okay,
Bereit.
where are you? You're there.
Bereit zum Ausrücken!
There we were ready for an Yugoslav invasion, which I sort of don't think is going to happen, at least right now. At least I hope not. No, I'm not ready for a Soviet war yet. A war with the Soviets.
Ausrücken! Befehle! Ausrücken!
Let's at least get some infantry units moved. Improved computer we're good. Let's go with improved decryption so we can understand what the enemy's doing.
Angetreten. Zuhören. Ausrücken.
Down to Tron. We took out Canadian.
Bereit.
No, we have that air base. Southern Norway. Big. Like that. Let's move these there as well. Cover the expanded area a little bit better. Now let's... what do we have here for medium and lights? A lot of captured stuff. French, looks like. We've been having a lot of bomber loss. Enemy fighters, maybe we have. Those are old. Not producing enough. Okay, well, I don't want that. The close air support type, because Arizona isn't big enough. I mean, Arizona's too big. How big is this little base here? Oh, very big. Okay, we can do that. And there you go.
Befehle. Achtung!
Let's take that to help control whatever factories in the province. Will help for sure. We might need to bring in more regular divisions, but I don't think so at the moment.
Achtung!
rear attack there.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Just go under there.
Ihre Befehle?
Okay, we got enough more production capabilities, so just one. Well, let's increase some of our... We really haven't been. Bomber types, okay. Mostly because of that. Now... Ooh, Romania now will allow us to a lot more. Oil, well, great. Now let's increase it even more. There we go. And as Brazil has, but not anybody close enough that I want to. Yeah, and more subs, I think. Well, you know, we have let's just go in here. We're not currently researching. It's going to be a while before I research a new submarine, so let's see what we can do here. I want to increase stealth. Oh, I saw a very interesting picture the other day. It was from 1945. It was a German submarine that surrendered in, I think Newfoundland, Canada, but somewhere in Canada. Excuse me. So obviously at or near the end of the war. And it was interesting because you can look at some of the very last models, and another picture I saw was some British soldiers or somebody looking at, I think it was 3 big submarines that they also 45 that they had captured that were still being produced. So they were the you didn't see them too well, you sort of saw the front, but they were the most, you know, the up-to-date type subs that the Germans really started to learn that hydrodynamics was really important, and so that they were really making the sub much more of a submarine and less of a surface boat that can go underwater. But so this is what's sort of interesting about this sub that I pictured in Canada. It had a I'm not sure, but it looked like maybe a 37mm anti-aircraft gun, sort of mounted behind, you know, back here behind the conning tower. Still had the deck gun. I guess see some of the later stuff, they were emitting all the deck guns, which is sort of smart. But something sort of serious to take on aircraft. And the Germans earlier on, there's some sort of famous footage of a German U-boat after it left Brest or Lorient or wherever, being attacked from the air. I don't know, British or American or something. And they have a Fokker-Verlane, the quad 20mm there, shooting up at it, and they're just coming in and they're hitting it with enough, aerial cannon type stuff that's gonna penetrate the hull. It's gonna make it so that submarine can't dive under any sort of pressure. You know, it doesn't take a lot. You know, a 20mm anti-air, wing-mounted gun can do that on the surface. And the Germans were for a while trying to build submarine, or put on anti-aircraft guns on their submarines to sort of kind of win the battle against attacking aircraft. And maybe, and this, like I say, I think it was a 37mm gun. I'm not sure. I'm just sort of, doesn't show clearly, and I could maybe figure it out. But maybe they're thinking that late war, sort of nighttime, that the larger patrol, like the PBYs that had bombs or a few depth charges on them, that could have radar on them or whatever, and so see the surface submarine at night with the radar getting close and turn on their bright lights and spot it, and maybe they're thinking that the heavier anti-aircraft gun could shoot at that, because obviously it isn't some Typhoon or other sort of attack fighter, but just some sort of bomber type that maybe they could hit it far enough out, damage it enough, destroy it enough before it can successfully carry out its attack. And then just before going under the waves, presumably as they start to dive or whatever, the gun crew could scurry on down into the submarine. Maybe that's what they're thinking. I'm not sure, but it was definitely something a bit more. But the other thing interesting was, and it was sort of interesting, was sort of the not quite an S shape, but sort of a bend in it, that it was down at the time, but it was snorkel. So it had, the Dutch, the Germans got the technology that had been developed by the Dutch just before the war for the snorkel technology to do that well. So it was, a submarine that was sort of in the sort of, classic U-boat look with a lot of extra junk hanging on it that made it unhydrodynamic, but it had a snorkel, which, and it doesn't, you don't go deep, and if you're just below the surface and you can just fly over it, if it's particularly clear water, you're going to see right where that sub is. But it's going to be a super much smaller, and I don't even know if effectively if any of the radar could pick up the snorkel. So, if you're well away from the enemy, you don't have to surface, you can just put the snorkel up, charge your batteries, run at full diesel power speed while you're, or somewhat, that depends on how much you're putting to charge the batteries versus speed, so you can move along pretty quickly and be a very hard target to find out in the Atlantic Ocean. So I just thought it was sort of an interesting mix of different philosophies for submarines in that one photo. But enough about that. Okay, so we want to go stealthier, we want to go engine, and then range. Okay, I think that's good. Now, I want to make sure that I'm familiar with it. Well, what I want to do here is, let's just produce one more of those. One more of those. Move them over here. Two more that will replace the ones that will quit soon production. So that will convert over from who's not operating or standby. Okay, good. One up here. Okay. Go after fighters. Norway. Hoping there won't be many, whatever there are.
Zuhören!
Bergen. Let's start
Ausrücken!
going that way. He's getting ready to revolt. Okay, these guys. Well. Look over there. How far along are we on? Come on, come on. Yeah, these are the grades. I really don't care how well these are trained. Because I have... At least my hopes are that they'll never be used in combat against anybody serious.
Ausrücken!
And if they are used,
Bereit!
they'll supplement others for, you know, anti-invasion purposes or something.
Ausrücken! Ausrücken! Ihre Befehle!
Okay. Game 40. 40/1. I think that's really more of a wooden stocked gun. I know, I could keep up some of this. Yeah, let's go with the mortars first.
Ihre Befehle?
You rejoin the attack. Keep pressure.
Achtung!
Good. That's that. Now, industrial effort, that's good. Extra research slot. We would like that, wouldn't we? Normally I push to get that very early on. But we'd already gotten one from one of the Junker schools. So, conf groups, those are nice too. So, let's see, we want to go Luftwaffe expansion, I think. Get that extra research. And we've got a few more, probably picking up in Norway. So we've got lots and lots of oil right now. Between importing from Romania and let's increase the tank production. That doesn't use rubber. What else do we have that needs oil but doesn't need rubber? Oh well, fighters I guess don't. So let's increase fighter production. We're doing that, but okay. Well, we're going to take this opportunity to end the episode here. I want to thank so much. I want to thank you so much for watching and liking the videos. I really do appreciate that. And of course, please post questions, comments, suggestions, ideas. See you next time for more Hearts of Iron.